Hi everybody, welcome to our video. This is a review! It's reviewing my collection. Episode 1, in a sense, because I've done other reviews here and there sporadically, but I like to listen to my music, the music I've got. But there's lots of stuff out there in my collection that I haven't listened to a lot. Especially in years, some of it, in years. So this is an excuse to force myself to listen to some music. Sometimes I've gone off, because I do go off quite, because I jump around like a flippity gibbet, liking new stuff and going like, oh, I don't like that stuff anymore. And it's worth a while me listening to it in hindsight, going back to things and stuff. But I'm starting off this one with brand new release. The band Maid, Conqueror. Brand new release, out this year, here. I don't know where else, but the physical copy, the physical in your hands one, came out on the 17th of January, but this album was released worldwide, I think, early mid-December last year, 2019, and you could get a physical copy, bigger sort of copy with all sorts of stuff on it, direct from Bandmade themselves, I think, in Japan. But I wasn't going to do that. I didn't have money. For a start, but I also wanted to support JPU Records, which is the UK distributor for quite a few different Japanese artists here in the UK. So I thought I'd buy it from over here. This one has all the lyrics printed up in there in Japanese and translations into English if that's your bag. So if you're in the UK and you want to grab it, then the JPU Records version has all the lyrics translated into English. There's one song on here that actually is all English lyrics, and that is The Dragon Cries. The Dragon Cries is the only song on here where the lyrics haven't been done by Miku. Miku, who's on the front cover. The band leader, Miku Kobato. Actually, we've got them all here. Saki is the vocalist, Kanami, guitarist of course, Kane is drums, and Misa is bass. Now, I've seen most of their surnames, apart from Misa's. She hides her surname. She's a very shy person, but she's a bloody demon on the bass. But anyway, Conqueror. I'm counting this as a 2020 release. So stuff all those people who say, nah, because this, I could not get this CD in the UK from a UK distributor until 2020. So, F you. 2020 release. But it's also the first of, is it the first of my reviewing my record collection? Not really, but it sort of is, because I've started a new little theme of stuff. Whatever the words are. I don't know what the words are. I'm too old to remember words. But anyway, 15 songs on this album. 15 songs. 15. At around 55 minutes, I think it was. So yeah, there's nothing really that's over 5 minutes. Nothing's over 5 minutes, from what I remember. Quite a lot are under 4. Around 4, not under 4. But so they basically don't know, so they're welcome, but is there rather too many? I would say the first criticism is there's too many songs on this album, and they don't really give enough flesh to some of the songs they've got. They're all pretty damn structured though. They don't outstay their welcome, but they could last longer, if you see what I mean. There's no like, get it over with, or there's no like, well, they've sort of cut that short. They should have continued with that. What? No, they definitely all end at the right stage. It's just a feeling that they could have fleshed things out a bit more, done some more. Instead of going for the quick ones, they could have expanded a few things, whatever. But it's just that's just a niggle. My criticisms are minor niggles, because 15 songs is a bit much, really, especially when most of them are hell-bent for leather. Judas Priest reference. They just whack you in the face and just go. That is pretty much what most of the songs do. However, there are a couple of ballads on here, and however, they start the album off. This album, by the way, I should have said, this is the best album they've released so far, in my humble opinion. I've only heard the first full album, band name. I can't remember the name of it now. I listened to it once, many months ago. It was sort of good, decent, solid hard rock. But it was okay. But I never really got round to buying it. I'd already bought Just Bring It, and Just Bring It was far superior. You know, they progressed really well from that. There were a couple of great songs in the previous album, but Just Bring It really brought it. And I'm going to review that at some stage as well, because that's part of my record collection. And of course, then there was World Domination, which took the template of Just Bring It, with all its hooks and its quality pop rock sounds, and added extra heaviness to the overall sound. But it didn't do much else. It didn't really vary things a huge amount from that album, but it was a progression. And Conqueror is another progression, because now, I mean, all their songs, they've added little bits and bobs, little moments where you go, oh, that's a bit different, oh, that's a nice addition, oh, that's something, oh, that's a fun breakdown. In this one, they do it all the time. There's all sorts of little instrumental moments. Blink and you miss them, or close your ears and you miss them, just like, and you've missed them. And it's wonderful. It's like you can listen to this album and then go, ooh, that is pretty good. Then you listen to the album again, and it's like, whoa, I didn't really hear that bit. And then you go, oh, that's no bit. There's little bass passages, little guitar licks going on. There's little electronic little moments they put in there. The drum fills just go like, whoa. There's moments throughout most of this album. Pretty much every song they go like, this will make you go, ooh. As if your tension's going to wane from a 3-4 minute song. They don't just hit you with a 3-4 minute song that's just like verse, chorus, rah, 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 all the same all the way through. They basically go the verse, chorus, yes, but they also go verse, chorus, verse. Ooh, we had a little bit of extra into that. Chorus. Yeah, the chorus is pretty much the same. Then, ooh, a little bit of a breakdown. Ooh, and a little bit of trickery there. And ooh, here's a guitar solo that rips your face off. And then it's like something else. And they do that so often. They basically keep you on your toes. They make you go, hey, you're not going to be bored listening to this album. It's not going to make you go like, it's the same again, it's the same again. It's a nice song, but it's the same again. Once you get, especially when you've got 15 songs, you've got to add variations to them. And they do that all the damn time. You get different chord progressions, you get different ways of listening to the sound. You get, it's just so many different things. But the one element that makes you go, what? That makes you go, why? Is the first song. It's Page. It's a ballady type song. It's, for the rest of the album, it's it's taken in context, taken away on its own. It's like it's a decent sort of ballad type song, but in context of this album, it's a bit mundane. It's a bit safe. It's a bit ordinary. Maybe it's for those Maid fans who are a bit, ooh, ease me in gently to the new album, please. And it's a bit of a trick to go. You go, look at the rest of it. But most bands start out, you might have a little prologue instrumental, and then it goes, wah! Or it starts off, wah! In your face to make you go, whoa! They don't in this case. So, in one hand, they've gone like, here's something different, which is something different. On the other hand, they've gone, here's something a bit ordinary. Because for me, Page is a bit ordinary, especially in context of the rest of the album. But, I mean, straight after you get Glory, you get Liberal, I mean, both of those great, solid songs. They have different chord progressions in there. They have pretty much all the songs make you go, whoop. At each stage, I mean, like, there's just so many. There's so many that they've got all, you think, it's just one of their ordinary songs, and then do little bits and bobs to make you go, it's not so ordinary. One or two of the songs aren't as good as others, of course, but for me, that's sort of lost a little bit when you equate it next to Page, which is a bit like, who cares? It's really weird. They could have just kicked out the touch, or put it later on in the album. But when I first heard the album, I went, why wasn't this like the third song? But the third song is Endless Story, which is an epic ballad style song, and it's far better than Page. Far, far better. It's just one of those things. Just one of those things. But anyway, as the album progresses, there is just nothing that makes you go like, this has got boring. It doesn't get boring. They just have that skill to just change things up, lower things down, give you interesting breakdowns, give you all those little sounds. It just keeps you interested all the way through. Unless, of course, you're feeling a bit tired, in which case maybe the album needs to be stopped because you're going like, I'm a bit tired, I need to relax a little bit. And it's like, hey, here comes another freight train of a song. But then, as the album gets to where most albums get to about track 10, 11, wherever, and that's when they stop, or they have a big epic ending or whatever. This is where the Dragon Cries comes in at track 11. Mid-tempo, hard rocker, bluesy, stonery almost in parts. Totally different to most of their normal rock output. Most of their rock output is, like I say, your heart's racing at 400,000 million miles an hour, and it's just pop punk chorus in the middle of it, and there you go. It's blah. This is like hard rock heaven, hard rock mid-tempo heaven. And it's totally new to me in the context of what they normally do. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if other people would. Other people might go like, I don't like this change, but I'm hopeful that they do more changes in the next album, because this album is a progression from the previous albums, and each album they have progressed into interesting, they haven't gone way away from what they are, they've just moved a little further, and then a little further, and hopefully they're taking their fan base with them and gaining new fans with their new ideas all coalescing into this album. Because like I say, for me, all sorts of stuff going on in there. Best two songs, Blooming and Rene with Reincarnation, the last two songs. Blooming is very much a traditional up-tempo, fast-moving song with a wonderful, with a great little pop-punk chorus, yeah. But it's got a fabulous cannabis solo in there. It's just, it just uplifts it to a greater height than, does it deserve it? I don't know. But it's there, and it makes the whole song well worth listening to. When I first heard the song, I was like, yeah, it's good, I'm enjoying it. Then the solo hits, and it's like having your brain smashed out with a slice of lemon. It's a terrific solo, and it just makes you go, want to listen to that again? Will I get fed up with the song now? No. Here comes that solo. Solo's here. Got it. Whoa. It's just wow. And then you got Rene, which is basically hard metal riffing going on. What? Hard metal riffing, and then it goes pop punk chorus. La, 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 la. It's like, what the hell? I would have preferred not to have the pop punk chorus in there, which is the usual band Maid motif. A different style, of course, may have been better, but maybe it helps make the fan base who are not so used to hearing that kind of riffing feel more comfortable when the chorus kicks in, and it makes them more interested in that tune itself. They can get through the metal riffing to that pop punk chorus, and then they feel more comfortable with the metal riffing. Maybe that's something they are edging towards. Who knows with these guys? Girls. Hey, guys is a word we use for everybody. It doesn't really matter. But these girls, wonderful ladies, fabulous instrumentalists. They're producing it. They've produced something great here. I've really enjoyed this album. This is their best album so far. You hear bands say that all the time. This is our best album so far, even when you go like, this album sucks balls. This album is a stunner of an album from band Maid. They've really pulled out loads of stops. They've really advanced themselves. They haven't broken the mould. They've just pushed it out. They've pushed it out into little new areas for them and for their fan base, and hopefully they're building more of a fan base from doing so. I've enjoyed this album very much indeed. I would give this album a solid 8 out of 10. Why not higher? Because I have a feeling their next album is going to be even better than this. So 8. I think that's a pretty good score. How dare you? How dare you denigrate my scoring system? Yes, I'll probably be terrible at scoring all the way through. People go like, why are you giving it that? But that's what I'm going to give it. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. So, I'll stop now. Hope you enjoyed this review. I will see you for another review. Hopefully sooner than I did the last one. Bye.